Now then, people, good evening and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Earlier than scheduled, also earlier in the week than normal, just because I'm busy Friday and it turns out it's JT's birthday this week. So JT's going to be going away from Thursday to Monday, he said. So he must be going away for a long weekend. So he asked if we could do it tonight. I'm busy Friday. Let's do it tonight. So we're doing your live phone-in fan... Somerville nearly scored there. A live fan phone-in preview for Coventry at the weekend, myself and JT. JT is slightly late because he's just arrived now, actually. He's just got back from the shop. He did let me know, but I thought I would just get us started so you weren't waiting too long. We've had a new member. Imagine not being Leeds. Hopefully, we'll see you tonight on tonight's big fan preview. Smash the like, says Phillips. As had Danny. Sean says, "Where's my Farke out Warriors?" Not tonight, man. Not tonight. We're talking Coventry. Let's have a look. Some of your comments. Let's get this show on the go, Joe. I'm here, man. I'm here. Smash a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Michael's giving it 5 games. We've only lost once. No, he can't silence the critics. We shall see. I think he will if he wins at the weekend. I got a Ford Focus, mate. It's old. Ford Focus titanium. It's quite nice. It's old though, but yeah, it's getting me about, and that's the main thing, isn't it? Right, should we bring in I don't know what he's doing there. He's got something on his head. Yeah, thank you very much, Ina, and yeah, we all need to say happy birthday to JT. Let's find out what the crack is. Here he is, Mr. JT.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, mate. Have you just got out of the shower, or is it pissing down in London?
Yes. Well, my hair is wet. I washed it before I went out, and it's still a bit whatever. So I'm trying to make sure it doesn't get all clumped up. Problems with having long hair, mate. I'm not used to it. So I'm trying this. I've seen my sister do this a fair few times. So I'm gonna see if this helps. Yeah, well, she has a way of like wrapping it round and flipping, turbanizing it up and stuff. I haven't got those techers, mate.
I've never been able to do
not
that.
The towel on the head.
But that's a good shout. Someone says it's Mother Teresa. We've got the sheep.
Well, there you go, mate. I'll be the voice of reason today. You
shall.
No,
happy birthday. Tell me about your birthday.
How old are you? I have birthday in 2 days. Technically,
how old are you?
2 days. Don't want to say, mate. It's getting. I'm going to be 24.
I'm going to guess. Oh, I was going to guess, but hey ho.
Well, sorry.
I'd have gone younger. I'd have gone like 22, 23. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Man, it's good. Where are you going away now? So, do you not want to dox your location?
No, I'm going to be going Cardiff, ironically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Going to Wales.
Yeah, I'm going to go find the official for the match last weekend and give him a straightener for some of those dodgy decisions. That's what I'm off there for. No, it should be nice. Should be nice, hopefully. Should be nice. But that means I'm not going to be here, unfortunately, on Saturday for the game, for the Coventry game. I'm going to be away. Obviously, I'm going to be watching it over there, so there won't be any content until I'm back on Sunday or Monday. So
yeah, I know. I was speaking to Connor earlier as well, and he said he's going to the game on Saturday, so it'll just be me on the old watch-along hype. So,
mate, there's a big gap in the market there, and I'm going away at the same time. Damn it, man! Yes, Joe's hoovering it all up, mate. This guy's loving life.
I said that to him earlier when he called me. I said, mate, as soon as you said that in my head, I went, get in.
Oh, mate, why did I have to go? Why is my birthday on this week, man?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Right, cool, mate. Talk to me about the weekend then. How are you feeling? We've got Coventry, big game. We didn't beat them last year. We took 1 point off them. They got a draw at Ellen Road and beat us down at their place. They're not in good form, but they've got a good manager. He'll probably adopt a low block. How are you feeling about it? I think if he wins this, because it's against what's considered a good side, I think the critics will silence a little bit. Or do you think
they will?
If we win in a poor manner, do you think the critics will still be?
Yeah, if we win like last week and it's another poor performance, then I don't think they will, and deservedly so. Because performances for me, listen, I've been getting flipping lambasted all over the gaff, especially Twitter. I mean, people need to learn to read because my quote is actually, "Does he need to be questioned?" I never said he needed to be questioned. So people calling me or whatever, see you next Tuesday. You need to learn to read, my friend. But no. Listen, I'm a performance man. I think performances will tell through at the end of the season, and I haven't been impressed with the way that we've played these matches. I think we have a lot of possession. People say we dominate sides. I think that's incorrect. I think we dominate possession, but there's a big difference between dominating possession and dominating a football match. Just because you have possession of the football, it doesn't mean it's in dangerous areas. Yes, we controlled the game against Cardiff, but we weren't doing enough against what was a very poor side. So I do want to see certain issues addressed. Obviously, if he continues to pick up results, continues to, get clean sheets, then you can't complain too much on that front. But my issues are when we come up against some of the better sides, and I think there are 3 or 4 decent sides. You look at the sides above us. I think West Brom are going to be there or thereabouts. I mean, Sheffield United are going to be coming through. I think they'll come strong through the end of the season as well. I think they'll be there or thereabouts. Burnley, again, we saw what they did to us. So I think we need to address issues in terms of the way that we play. And if we don't address those and we just eke out a win, that's when I think people will start to question. But what about you? Is it just literally, even if we shut up shop and just catch them on the break, get a couple of goals, or not even shut up shop, but just
we won't shut up shop. We'll be
just another, not shut up shop, but another relatively uninspiring performance, and we get a result. Is that enough for you?
Yeah,
really.
It's about winning games of football, man. So, in my opinion, if we beat Coventry, that's an improvement on last season. We took 1 point off them, so I think it would mean we've got a better points return than last season. We beat Coventry, we didn't beat last season. All them sort of things would go. I think it'll be a really tough game, to be honest. So I think we'll be all right with a 1-2-1, 2-0. Like, I think that would be ideal. I just want Leeds United to get 3 points, bro. That's all I'm bothered about. Like, sorry for yawning, bro.
No worries.
I just want on people. No, I'm knackered, honestly. I just want out of this division, man. And I'll do it by hook or by crook. And then, I just don't think we're in a position to be that asked about the style, because first and foremost, we've got to get out. Like, we can play pretty football, go hell for the leather, and lose games and that. But I just think playing this way, we're going to dominate possession, which for me dominates the game. And I know you disagree, that's fine. And ultimately, if we can put away our chances, we'll be fine. And that's all. I just want out of this division, JT. Like, I'm not asked, honestly.
I think there's a clear distinction to be made, though, between not playing like the angle you're going at, and a lot of people are going at with the things I'm saying, is the style of football being boring. I'm not asked about the style of football being exciting, being boring. Obviously, people say you're not going to get Bielsa football. I know I'm not. I'm not talking about the fact that it's not exciting to watch. I'm talking about the fact that it's not that effective, because we're being found out. We're playing against poor opposition and we're not putting them away. And I think if you continue to make the mistakes we're making, yes, you'll get away with it against a 10-man Cardiff team. Yes, you get away with it in some of these other games. But once you start coming up against the better opposition, and once things start getting to the crunch point of the season where the pressure is on, you will start to see those things exposed, that we are seeing patterns repeating themselves. I'm not asked about the fact that it's not that exciting. I'm asked about the fact that we're seeing repeated errors. That's where I'm coming from. As you said, all that matters is getting out of this league. I don't care how we do it, as long as we get out, yes. But I do believe eventually, luck has to run out and your performances take precedent over results.
Performance take precedent over results?
Yes, eventually, because results
will over the course.
Over the course of the season, your results will start to level out to what your
reflects the performance. No, I get you, bro. Sorry, no, I hear what you're saying. That's why XG is an important metric, and XG and Leeds United are second for XG in the league. Yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah,
we've created the second most chances. Only Borough have created more than us. So.
But XG can even be a little bit confusing, because
but
you can always bend stats.
Come on,
anyone can bend stats. Brighton had a season where they were flipping like XG merchants, and they couldn't get themselves out of like the 16th. They couldn't get themselves out of 16th spot in the league. So
where are they now, though? Europe.
Different manager, mate. Different manager, different manager, different style of play.
True. Yeah. Right. I am posting out the link to all the channel members now. That's out. So if you want to come and join us, please do. Lucy, it'd be nice to see you. It'd be nice to see some female representation coming on from the members, actually, because I know there are a few. So Lucy M, the link's there. Come on, give us your thought. Obviously, all the regulars come on. That's great. Be nice to see some new faces as well. If you are a member, you do want to come on. For people like Kilgallen and that, actually, who don't want to go, you don't have to have your video on, by the way. So I know some people said I don't want to show my face. You can also come on minus your video, so it'd look like this, but we could still hear you. So if you do want to come on and you're not comfortable putting your video on, you can do this, which means you can still talk. So it'd be great to see some coming on and doing that. Leeds United Troll, get you sent on. Peacock Whites, get you sent on. Scott, it's in your members feed, bro. And Scott, this morning, I received a box that said coffee on it. So I believe I have received your coffee. I've not actually had a chance to open it yet, but it says coffee, so I know it's from you, bro. So thank you for sending that, my man. Right, we've got people already waiting here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waiting. It does max out at 10 people, so if you do try get in and there's some there, then I should put my video back on.
Camera's still back off. I was just going to say, mate,
realized. I was like, maybe I should put my video back on. It's just said someone's trying to enter, but it's at 10, folks. So when someone drops out, if you just hang on, when they drop out, boom.
Just have your finger on the pulse, mate. As soon as they're out, bang, you got to slide in.
Get ready to come in. What I am going to do as well, folks, because I am tired and I am conscious they do overrun. We're going to, and I know JT will want to get ready for his week away and weekend away. We will put the timer up. Ideally, if we can stick to the 5 minutes. I hate, because I'm sort of like, I'm too much of a people pleaser. I'm like, just let them finish, man. It's like, let's get the 5 minutes and keep it moving that way. JT, keep me on point with that as well.
We'll do
can we see the clock? Let me make this bigger.
We can. The shot clock.
Yeah, and I'll put it, because I'll just move it around as and when, because I might need to move it depending on how we have the setting. Right, should we bring in our first caller?
Yes, we should. I'm in there.
I want you to guess, and it's not the normal one.
So it's not Ethan, which means it's going to be MAT Leeds United, my Australian brother. No, I can't see it. I'm just guessing, because you said me. He acknowledges me. You know, you got to get my boy in first. You got to get him in, man, and he's one of the first few every time, mate.
He is. Right, let's.
How are you, man?
Matt, let me put you on here, Matt. Let me just sort my timer out before you go, just so we can see it. Right, there we go. Right, should we get into it then, Matt? What focus are we taking, JT? Are we just talking pre-Coventry? Can Farke silence the critics with a win against Coventry? Is that the topic we go for? I
guess that is the topic. And again, similarly to what we were talking about, is it all about results for you, or does the performance on the weekend matter, Matt?
Style over substance, yeah?
Well, it's both. But, I mean, I'd rather the performance. Like, I'd rather the win in the end. But I don't think we played bad. The thing is about football, everyone looks at the flashy attack and stuff. I look at, like, all of it. Like, our defense is really strong, which I really like. Okay. And defense wins you championships, and we want to get promoted. We want to win the league. That's what we have to do. And when I look at, like, the team, the balance of the team, I think it's good. And we're not going to, like, I mean, we could have scored, like, 4 against Burnley. We could have scored 4 against Cardiff. I mean, we could be sat here, like, with the most goals in the... how many goals have we scored this season? Are we near the top for that?
We are. For XG, but I don't know about goals scored.
Goals we're not. I don't think goals scored when we're at the top now.
I mean, we should be there, to be honest. Some of the chances we missed this season, but like, I like a good defensive performance, because I mean, I love Bielsa ball and all that. Like, I loved it. Like, it was the best time of being a Leeds fan, especially for someone who started supporting in 2010. Not really much from except for that, you know. But like, when you have a good, strong, would you rather us be open at the back or very solid like we are right now? Because, you know, if we're open at the back, stuff happens like, I mean, the Premier League when we got relegated, the last 2 seasons. I mean, we're very open at the back, and that's what costs us games.
Well, you could argue as well, Matt, like if you look at that Portsmouth performance, I know their shots wasn't of high probability, but we were all over the shop at the back. If you remember, Bogle and Firpo switch wings and that, and we end up conceding 3 goals in that game, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, not Firpo, Bogle was just coming into the team. He had a kind of a shocker to start, but he's found his ground. So that's what I like about Farke is it seems like defense is first when looking at like the team. He's focused on the defense to make that strong first. And look, we've only just started the season and people are critiquing Farke, but we're getting results. Like, it just confuses me. Like, because I think like last season, like we started slow, but we haven't started slow this season. We're getting the wins. And I mean, what I've heard the past 4 years is Patrick Bamford's the only player in the team that can't score, but that's not it, is it?
No, 2 defeats already this year, though. Is that not a concern for you?
Let's focus on the league.
The cup doesn't count.
Of course,
the cup doesn't count. No, the cup doesn't count.
Any match.
We're never gonna win the cup.
I don't count the cup. It don't fit my narrative.
Who cares about the Carabao Cup? Like the FA Cup, that's a different story. But the Carabao, no one cares about that.
No, but it's still early on in the season, though. That's what I'm saying. And we still have had 2 defeats, one of them being Burnley, which was a very winnable game, as we said. Do you think he's using the squad correctly? Do you think he's utilizing players that he has at his disposal the best?
I mean, I was calling for subs in the 60th minute in the last game, but they worked in the end. But I still feel like some need to be a bit earlier. Like some, not all of them, of course. And like, I mean, I've seen on Twitter people saying, "Oh, Pirro should start because he scored. He's good he can score, but he can't run. I mean, you know what I mean? He can't press." And that's why if for a starting position, he's third choice. But if he gets in front of goal, I'm 100%. He's the most confident player in front of goal.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely. He's definitely the most prolific. That's for sure.
Yeah. What do you do about midfield, Matt? Where's your head at with midfield? Because I feel like that's a constant topic. Would you like to see him change it and play Tanaka, or are you happy with Gruev and Ampadu?
If anything, Gruev's been the best midfielder. Like, if anyone deserves to be out the team, it's Ampadu. But I don't want Ampadu out the team. And I think Gruev's played really well. And all these stats about like Tanaka, like in the last game, I think it was like, oh, he didn't miss a pass. Yeah, but were any of those passes like I'm not saying anything, but they were all like kind of short passes that I can remember.
Yeah.
They weren't like
right.
Where Gruev, and people are saying attacking wise. I mean, Gruev's been attacking. He's had a couple of shots outside the box. He's having shots.
I think he's had the most shots actually
he almost scored on the weekend.
Midfield, maybe in midfield. Maybe.
Or
he's had more only in midfield, but I know he's had more shots already this season than he did all last season. I know that much.
Mate, that free kick in the semi-final has got him feeling dangerous, mate. What's going on, mate? I wouldn't have expected that.
So just before we finish up, Matt, give us a score prediction for the weekend against Coventry.
Coventry. I'm gonna say 2-0 again. I think we get a 2-0. I think we keep another clean sheet, more confidence. Goal scorers. Oh god. Depends who's starting.
Does a win silence the critics for you? Because I think a win against Coventry would.
I mean, there are critics, but for me, like, there's not critics for me, but I guess there are. But like anything you do in football will be criticized. Like, fans will act like they know more than a manager or more than a player. Like, oh, I would have done that, or I would have done this, and I'm like, would you? That's why they're professionals and you're not. Like,
exactly. Ooh. I was saying this earlier on to Locks. I was telling Locks.
I actually saw a tweet like through the week. It said something like Leeds fans were calling Leicester fans entitled last season because they were winning every game, but we were calling them entitled because they wanted the manager sacked. But like this pretty much, I've seen the same. Some Leeds fans that did the same thing and won Farke out.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Big difference, though, because they were cruising away at the top of the league by this point in the last season, and we're not.
No, but there is that, JT. You probably are right, but they were very critical of his style, even though they were winning games.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want everyone Farke out yet, and I don't think there's anyone we can get. But you still have to ask the questions. I do believe.
Yeah.
But no, that's great, mate. Did you have the goal scorers? Sorry,
or was that goal scorers? That's a good one. Is Dan James isn't back yet, is he? It's like another week.
We won't know till tomorrow, but I don't think so, bro.
Because wasn't it 4 weeks? I think.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
Just give me one. Come on, who am I putting in?
Let's go. Who's going to score? Let's go with let's go Aronson. You get one,
All right.
and then Bamford off the bench. Let's go.
Every week.
His season starts now.
Every week from Matt. Cheers, Matt. Before you go, do you want to tell everyone about your YouTube channel, mate?
Yeah, Matt Leeds on YouTube. There'll be a preview out for you over where you guys are, probably about early in the morning. So when you wake up, it'll be out. And I've done an FPL video. Like I review my FPL team and talk about FPL basically once a week.
Nice.
And there was also another.
Are you
video
rubbish at it? Are you rubbish at it?
Not bad. I had actually a good week. 69 points. Didn't do that bad.
I got 70 odd. Catch up. Matt, don't get me started on FPL, bro. I'm in top. I don't know. I'm in top 100k anyway. I know that much, but hey, I'm smashing it this year.
Sorry,
I'm smashing it this year. Anyway, we've overrun.
Yeah,
Matt,
we have. That's
thank you very much.
See you guys.
Cheers, buddy.
Have a good one, man.
There we go. There's Matt, legend. Thank you for that.
And I know I look like a tit with a towel on my head, mate, but my hair's wet.
Man,
I got long hair. Need to dry it out, mate.
It is what it is, mate. Innit? You got to do what you got to do. I just got to check. Sorry, I am 64k. 64k in the world, and it's got 10 million players, so I'm not doing too bad.
No,
no. Let's not too shabby, Alonso. I like that. Let's bring in our next caller.
Kid.
It's everyone's favorite. It's everyone's favorite Farke outer. It's Sean.
Oh, hello, mate.
All right, what are the trades?
Sean or Bruno Fernandes, mate? What's going on?
You've seen the light, JT. You've seen the
light. Talk to us, Sean, man. How are you feeling ahead of the weekend, mate? Coventry.
Oh, good. Yeah, we should win. I would expect us to win the next 4 games.
Do you? That's high. I think you're setting the bar so high so that you can criticise him because that's Norwich, that's Sunderland, that's Coventry, and Sheffield United. That's a lot.
Those should be winnable games, though.
We say they're very winnable games. Norwich, we beat 3 times last season.
Yeah.
And we drew the other game. We've won, and Sunderland and Sheffield United are 2. We haven't put a marker down yet. We've played 2 teams that should be competing towards the top with us, and we've only got 1 point out of that. We have to start putting markers down at some point, and we need to do it early. We got to do it early.
Yeah. Would beating Coventry be a marker for you, even though they've started?
No, because Coventry started poorly.
Yeah, but they're still a good side.
They're not going to be there. They're not going to be thereabouts.
You don't think? They finished like 7th, 8th last season?
I don't think that. Well, I think they finished mid-table. They're not going to be anywhere near. They started off very poorly there.
Yeah, they have.
It's very hard to, when you're that far down the league,
I don't know, Sean. I mean, Roy Keane took Sunderland from bottom at league to win the League 1 year.
How long ago was that?
It was a long time ago, but yeah. I mean, we nearly went up and started terribly last year.
Nearly.
Nearly, but things came to bite us in the arse. Bamford is reportedly getting himself back into match fitness. Is he someone who you would potentially give a chance of starting, with obviously Joseph potentially having not potentially, Joseph being a little bit profligate in front of goals over recent weeks? Do you see Bamford getting any chance this game?
Starting where on the bench?
Or getting maybe a start, or getting any minutes at all? How do you see him? Do you see him getting anything? Getting in off the bench?
Joe knows my feelings towards him. I think Prowse should be our number. We should be our. If we're gonna drop Joseph, we should be putting Pro in there instead. Because he's the best finisher. He's the best finisher, and we're struggling with our attacking players are struggling to finish. So why not put our best finisher on? Just see how it goes. And Coventry team be the perfect game to do it.
Yeah. Listen, that's what I'm saying exactly. And Coventry,
like
fresh off playing a lot of games. They played midweek against Spurs as well. It's definitely a time to get at them. Yeah. Midweek last week, obviously.
You need to get at them.
We do need to get at them. So is this a matter of performance or result? Like, if we, again, play similarly, you're seeing similar issues with the substitution, are you going to be happy with a win here? Or does it need to be extremely convincing for you?
Not extremely convincing, but you want to hammer teams. Not every week. There's this notion where we're saying, we want to see them get hammering teams every week and da. It's not that. We want to see them a couple of times at least against teams you should be. Like against 10 men last week, we should have really. You said about the chances. Them chances came in the first half. It's the second and I said JT, or I said to Joe on the watch along, we're doing very well in the first half. We're doing quite well. The second half, we just dropped. We just dropped for some mad reason. We just dropped. And we can't keep doing that because eventually we're going to get caught against the big teams. You're going to get caught.
So, Coventry, mate, are you making any changes? Are you, I don't know, are you looking at potentially changing midfield or what? What are you saying?
I wouldn't check. Like, if you're going to drop anybody out, it would be Ampadu, but I wouldn't drop him. I think the two of them are playing. They've done quite well last week.
So you go same 11 as last week.
If I was going to change anybody, if I was going to change anybody, it'd be Joseph. If anybody for pro,
really?
if anybody,
not
that Joseph played badly. I just think, just take the pressure off. Just take the pressure off. He's only a kid.
It's fair.
Take the pressure off.
Fair enough. So with that lineup, I guess you're going to go similar lineup as last week. How do you see us performing? What kind of score are you looking at here?
Against Coventry, maybe 3-0.
Do you know?
3-4-0.
Love it.
Because Coventry haven't started well. I just think we just need to keep putting the sword into them.
That would be nice, mate, if you would 3-0.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you as always for coming on, my man. We've got a packed house. Love to stay and chat. See you again, brother. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sean.
Au revoir, my man.
Bye-bye.
Nice to
there
have
we
you.
go. Everyone's favourite Farke out of there. Right, bring up the Seasiders YouTuber. It's Mr. Boss Nass.
Oh, my man.
Boss Nass, brother. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, fellas. How are you?
We're doing good, mate.
Thank you, mate.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. How's things? How's the little boy?
Sound, mate.
You
just
good?
steady away. Yeah,
Little boy
just,
good?
yeah, man. He's good. Yeah. We just took him up to Avon actually.
Oh,
up
nice,
at
nice.
one of those little Avon camps. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was decent.
Nice. Yeah, there's loads in Yorkshire, Scarborough, and stuff like that, isn't there? There's loads.
Yeah,
I remember.
It's one of those decent things about living up here, Joe. To be honest, because you know, like I do, with an autistic son and that. Sometimes it's handy to be near home in case you have a meltdown and that.
Oh, of course, yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, just nipping up there is just easy, and and he loves it, so it's good.
Nice, happy days. I love that, mate. Right, mate. What we saying at the weekend? We've got Coventry, Farke. Actually, I haven't got your opinion on Farke. Actually, you haven't been on for a bit. What's your opinion with this whole? We're winning games, but we're not playing well. Where do you stand on that?
You've just said it, Joe.
Yeah.
We're winning games, but we're not playing well. And look, I'm with JT basically.
Okay.
Pre any guests coming on, he said it perfectly. You know, like we've played 2 half decent teams this year, and we've got 1 point out of it. Anybody who says we're doing good with form, look, we've won half our games. We're Leeds United. We've got the highest wage bill in the league. I think there's a bit of copium going on because I think deep down, if you dig into people's real psyches, there's a bit of worry there, and I think there's a bit of worry there for everybody. I feel like maybe some people are thinking deep down, oh gosh, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again?
Boss Nass has got into the psyche.
No, really, boys.
I like him, man. He's got spitting facts. He's spitting facts, is what he's spitting.
Yeah. I think we're all watching games and going, come on. Like, give me something just to hold on to it. And the biggest problem for me, and I'll say it isn't about changing the personnel. Yeah, give Tanaka some more minutes when he gets like actually really settled into the squad. It's all about tempo for me, boys. We've got the most technical players in the league, and if you deny it, you're just lying to yourself. We've got the most technical players in the league, and we could dance around half of these teams. Really, we actually could, and the build up is so slow and it's so laboursome. Joe, I remember you talking about Bielsa not too long ago. I don't know what video it was, but I don't mean to get people hung up on the trigger line, which is Bielsa, right? But just hear me out. Bielsa said, I'm sure he said something along the lines of, and this won't be exact, but football's about entertainment, and if you get the entertainment, that breeds emotion, right? So you see teams like, we'll go to like the top league, Premier League. You've got Aston Villa now, and they've got Emery, right? And they're playing consistent, good, technical football. And you see the emotion in that in that fan base now. You see it with Arsenal fans with Arteta, and you've seen it with Man City fans for a decade now. And that's because they enjoy the football. Leeds United, our fan base at the minute, if as much as we want to get rally behind the boys, and sometimes I'm sure people think they're not being real fans by pointing out some negatives, but people, listen, you can be a real fan and point out the negatives in what you're watching. The football's boring at times. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not saying 90 minutes for Leeds is going to be boring from start to finish, but you will have periods in that game where you're watching it and you're not a bad fan for saying it. The build-up is so slow, it gets boring. And not only is it boring, it helps the opposition, because the worst thing that Leeds United can do is come up against an organised and well-managed low block. And we're aiding teams in that. And we're making it hard on ourselves because we're not moving the ball fast enough through the thirds to unsteady and find teams that aren't in perfect shape. And we've got to change that. That's got to change. And I'm not saying Leeds are going to not go up. I'm not saying Leeds are going to find themselves in the playoff battle again, because I think they'll go up. But by heck, we are making hard work of it. We really are making hard work of it.
Yeah. Well, listen. So
great points.
They are great points, and
yeah,
you know, I'd probably echo the sentiment that I don't think we're necessarily using the players to the best of their abilities. Are there any changes you'd make tomorrow on Saturday? And if so, if you made them, how do you see us getting on? What would your score prediction be?
All the changes I would make, JT, would be on the training pitch between Monday and Friday, and it'd all be due to pace of transition, pace of passing, and just sharpness, really. If I'm going for a score prediction, 1-0, and we'll make hard work of it. But we'll all come out. We'll see a load of content afterwards going, but we got the win. And that'll be it. Yeah.
That'll be me, Mr. Bossnas. Yeah, it's for me. Like this game, I agree. Like I hear a lot of what you said, and I agree with certain points as well. Like obviously, I'm always reflecting on. I know that I'm quite staunch in my support of Farke, so I'm quite vitriolic in that. I feel like he's getting a bit of a unfair shake, so sometimes I'll let things slide. But you know, times in the second half on Saturday, yeah, it was not great and it wasn't quick enough. But I also look at it and think if players finish their chances, then the gaps that would be created between the goals and the restart, everyone would be all right, because you're like, 10 minutes goal, right, another 15 minutes goal, and we don't have that long drawn out period between the two goals, which makes us go, this is fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? But I rate that, mate. So thank you for that, brother. Yeah, did you give us your score prediction? You did.
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0. Yeah. Big up to Boss Nas. Thank you very much for coming on as always, brother. Boss Nas, do you want to tell people about Seasiders TV?
No, because it's a non-league channel and
you still push that.
Yeah, no, I am pushing it, man. If you want to check it out, it's Seasiders TV. But
make sure you go check it out.
Well, if we carry on playing like this, we'll be playing.
Shout out Danny Talk Sports, because he does check in. Shout out you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
What a
mate.
legend. There you go. Big up, Boss Nass. Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
Danny.
Bye-bye.
Love, man.
There you go.
Come
Go
on.
show some love to Boss Nass's channel, folks. Even if you go over, you go subscribe. Cook, FIFA Cook, I think, is trying to get in. There should be enough space. So hopefully if it's working, it should be there. Oh, Glenn says, poor Joe not surrounded by Farke fanboys tonight. Well, I think I've got one coming in up next anyway, called Ryan Powler Higgins. So I think I'll be all right, man. He might be here to say, look, Farke's doing the do. Let's bring him in. Ryan, how you doing, brother?
Evening, mate. You all right?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good.
Yeah.
Have you seen Mother Teresa over here? What do you reckon?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Mate.
Hey, listen, 24 is a struggle, isn't it, kid? Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Telling me my life's going downhill.
Don't worry, it gets worse. I promise you. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Good
How are
stuff.
you today, my man?
Good, man. I just finished a few hours of coaching, so I'm got a bit wet. Yeah, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Grassroots, man. It's
Yeah.
class, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Grassroots,
It's great.
it's class. I used to love playing when I was young. I haven't played for years. To be
You
fair,
can still
but
play now,
it's-
mate.
I know.
Got people
Oh,
older than you
God,
playing for my team.
I played an 11-a-side charity game on Saturday. It took me 2 days to recover. My groin were absolutely gone. So it don't get easy. I'm convinced I'm still 17.
What position do you play?
I played CDM for a bit, and then I realised I couldn't really run, so I put myself up front, scored a bang on my left peg. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll live off that for the next 12 months. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, mate.
I love that, mate. I love that. Right, mate. How are you feeling about Coventry? Are you like it's? I think it's going to be tough. I think people are discrediting Coventry because of their start, but I think
100%. Yeah, I think I think Mark Robbins is arguably probably one of the best coaches in this division. To be honest,
Yeah.
I think he doesn't get his plaudits enough. They've still kept a lot of good players, and I think people are really underestimating that team.
Yeah.
Hadji Wright, Van Uwick.
I'm quite nervous about it, if I'm honest.
Yeah. They've got some really good players. I still think there's a bit of a hangover from last season. They had a good cup run. They missed out on the playoffs, and I think there's probably a little bit of hangover from last year. But you can't go into that game thinking you're going to walk that team over. It's not going to happen. I mean, I've been saying all week. I think it's going to be a tough draw. To be honest, I really do. And I think actually, in hindsight, when we get to end of season, that'll be a pretty good result against that team. To be honest with you.
Yeah. People imagine though, like I agree with you. I think they'll come up. They'll be in a low block. They'll look to get us on the counter. It's what he did in the previous fixture at Ellen Road. I think it was 1-1. Then they beat us at their place. I think it'll be really tough. And my concern is, I don't know about you, Ryan, is maybe the fans in the ground getting a little bit restless as well if we're continuing to try break down this low block and everyone's saying it's pedestrian and it's side to side. And I don't know, it can easily cause mistakes that as well. Do you know what I mean?
It can, but we've got to draw them out. We've got to try and find a way. And this is why. I mean, I know it's frustrating watching it go left and go backwards, but you need their players to push. We need to be attacked. And I think that the talk of being quick on the attack, it will happen when we draw the teams out. The problem is you can't be. And to be fair, and a few people have mentioned it, but the City Arsenal game at the weekend was. I know there's levels, but we're talking about it's all relative. You can't, even City, who have got some of the best attackers in the world, couldn't quickly get past 9 players who were stood in front of them in a row of 4 and a row of 5. You've got to try and draw them out. And I know it's boring, but at the end of the day, I think Farke, of all people in this league, has got a pretty good track record of being successful. So we have to just trust the process. Risk is massive, and we've got to play the long game. We've got to just draw it out. Just got to get out of the league, by hook or crook. We've just got to get out of this league, mate. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I get the whole style thing, but when you've got the football and you're winning 1-2, like, I'm not asked about us going and being risky and I like it. But if we're just doing what we're doing and we're winning 2, I'm not asked at all because it means we're just racking up the points. You know what I mean? That's where my head's at.
Just a steady process. And like I said, but Farke doesn't have a tendency. His teams don't come out and start the season quick. It doesn't happen.
No.
So, and if this is his best start, we just got to just draw it out. I mean, like I said, I'd rather have a steady, consistent amount of results over the year than get to Christmas and drop a lot of points. And then get to New Year, and it was great last New Year. We won a load in a row, but I won't want to have to do that again. You know what I mean? Because you can't do it every year. So just a steady, consistent year would be nice.
Yeah, not having to play catch up, just being there or there, and then bang,
the whole time.
You know what I mean?
You could argue we're playing catch up already, though. That would be the alarming thing. Do you not think that when we've come up against quality sides this year,
who's quality?
Well, when we came up against Burnley, who were quality,
they're not quality side, you know.
Okay, but then that's not a good thing to say because we came unstuck against Burnley.
No, but you're making them sound like, and
Middlesbrough.
it's same with West Brom when people are going, oh, they're two good teams we've come up against. They're not all that, man.
Yeah, but that's not good. They should be all that. The fact that we didn't look convincing against them should be a bad thing, right?
I think we looked all right. I think we looked all right. I don't think I think the same again. It's just risk. You know, we don't. I mean, you can't accommodate for the slip, and it's all about risk, and we don't want to take any. If we start taking risks and results go against us, people are calling for his head before this has even happened, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. But if he starts taking risks and playing risky football, we're gonna fall to pieces. We need to play his game, and we need to trust it.
Yeah,
give it like the defensive stability that he has added to what you're saying. Go on, though.
No, I was just going to say before we finish, let's get a score prediction from you, Ryan. And
I'm sorry, folks, 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, I'm going for another 2-2.
Oh, he's definitely getting a sack with that kind of result.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
This is the thing, though. So, like, I heard what you said earlier about maybe at the end of the season and on, and we'll look back on that. But I just can't be arsed with the fan base for a full week, man. If we draw,
it's intolerable. I try and stay off Twitter as much as I can, but God, it's insufferable, isn't it?
Brutal, man. It's horrible, man.
Oh. I hope to God that people are just trolling half the time, but they're not. They're being serious, and it's just nuts, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely crazy.
Oh man. Anyway, bro, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Brother,
Cheers. Have a good birthday, JT, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Have a good day, man.
Legend. What a guy. Thank you, Ryan. I forgot the footy team now as well. What were the footy team? Why did I think it was? No, it's not that. Man. Forgot the footy team. I was just going to praise them. I don't know why, but I've got Clifton Rangers in my head, but that's not.
I think it might be something like that. I'm not sure. Or Rovers, maybe.
Clifton Rangers. I think that might be a team that. No.
Oh, we made a knob of ourselves. We should have said this about 2 seconds ago when he was here.
Clifton Rangers, I've got to find out now, is a team that a lot of
Crofton Juniors, apparently. Crofton Juniors.
Clifton Rangers is in Blackpool. Yeah.
Crofton Juniors, some people are saying in the chat.
Crofton. There you go. Big up the Crofton Juniors as well. Big up to the Crofton Juniors. Yes, there we go.
This is the name of the game, mate. This is what it's all about. You got Bosnas, you got your man, everyone's giving different opinions here, and this is what it's all about. You got me giving a different opinion, you got Joe giving a different opinion.
Of course, yeah.
Joe's is obviously clueless, so anything he says, take it with a pinch of salt. But and Twitter, but this is the name of the game, right? You should have different opinions. You should have people questioning things. You should have people defending things, and it's not all black and white. There's sides to everything, and you have to take the nuance with everything. It's not just as simple as he's bad, he should go. He's good, he should be here. So you have to be able to entertain the conversation, and that's what this is all about. So if you guys have your takes, get them in here. Want to hear them all?
Yeah. Next up, we've got Ethan.
Hello, my son. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Clifton Rangers is in Brighouse. Yeah, so Lockie just texted me to say Clifton Rangers was my team, Joe. So, yeah, that's where I got it wrong. Big up. Ethan, you play football, don't you, bro?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, who do you play for?
You won't know Gatigo. You won't know it.
We won't know the team, no?
Yeah.
No.
What's the what position do you play?
Winger,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pace Demons, yeah. Little Dan James on the wing.
Who are you most like? Who are you most like in the Leeds side? Who's you most like?
Don't know, really.
What do you reckon? Are you more Dan James speed, or are you more cut back in like a Ramazani?
I don't know. I'm wacky. We wacky.
Right. I just think you're unbelievable, Ethan, at football. That's what it is. You're all them players rolled into one, broski. Is what it is.
Well, you've got people like you when it comes to Leeds. So
I can't even go.
You can't score a goal.
No. I tell you what, I wear the Gaku.
Yeah, I love it. How are you feeling about the weekend, Ethan, against Coventry at home?
I got weird now. We know what call it out now. They're a weird good guy. They're a weird good team. They got weird good girl that got no go. Hakiwa, got get a waka go. They got irrigate. They got a weird good team. I know they're not a weird good goal. I know they're not to go with 2-1. Good. They get a guy no haki with now what they want here to get good. Go get hit time, you know, I get cool, we go well, they get I get the cool, get a go, they get I get it now, I get now go what will go, you know what I mean, go, we can't get down and go, you know, that's why I get will go this one.
Yeah, you think we'll draw? So I think just to clarify, bro. So they've got a good side, yeah. You right, Matt Robbins, good manager. Did you say you think they'll still get in the playoffs? Right, you still fancy them to get up there? Yeah, I thought, yeah, good man. And do you think we'll draw? You think we'll draw this weekend? Did you say?
Yeah. I go out to go a hacker call. I want to wear good. I'm not cooker in this one, you know.
Yeah. We all want to win. We all want to win games of football, don't we, Ethan? That's the main thing.
Yeah, we need some points, mate. We need a comeback trail. Is there anything you think you would potentially change about the way we've either lined up or the way we've played? Would you like us to, go with a different style or a different lineup? What would you potentially change?
I will not tell you now. Go. It all get knocked to me. We really knock it. Not all get knocked to me one now. I want to get out on the knee one now. You go knock how we get to me.
Yeah. So did you say you want to get Tanaka in, or you want to get him in, or?
Anyway, I got want Tanaka in. It won't go Tanaka in. You got to get good where I could go.
Yeah, he won't make any changes in that department. With the squad that we do have, are you confident? And if so, what kind of scoreline will we be talking?
Go get out of 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to the game, Ethan?
Yeah, going.
Are you going? Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Where you sat?
E
stand. Yeah. Who you going with? Are you going with your dad and that?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff, man.
You excited about the new news about the stadium expansion? By the way, are you slightly worried?
Yeah. I can't. And we got good gear. We had to go go the hacker.
Yeah. 53,000, eh?
Yeah, knackered. Higher Newcastle.
Yeah,
a couple of plastics like us might be able to get a ticket every now and again.
I love that. Ethan, man. You know what, Ethan? Honestly, mate, every time you come on, man, you smash it, bro. So you should be proud of yourself, brother. All right, mate? And I love having you on, mate. So you're a legend, okay?
You are, mate.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much, man. And go and give the boys that extra push on the weekend, my man.
I will try.
Good man. Make sure you sing Marching On Together at the top of your lungs, brother. All right?
I will do.
Yeah, man. Legend. See you again, Ethan. All right?
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Thank you. Yeah,
thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Legend. There you go. He looks about 40, doesn't he, Ethan? That's the thing.
I will.
I need to shave this, mate. I need to clean it up.
Big up, Ethan. Thank you as always, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. Legend.
Bye-bye. There we go. Legend is Ethan. Show your love for Ethan in the chat, folks. We have had a super chat come in from my brother, Abdul Rahman Al Khalifi. He says, book it. 1-0 Leeds marching on together. Big up to you, mate. Make sure you come back and remind me on Saturday when that happens as well. Next up, we've got some more. Yeah, FIFA Cook, you're in now, mate. Okay, I can see you there at the bottom. No worries, broski.
He's cooking.
There we go. Danny Rumsey. Where we go?
Danny.
Wait, that's very close on your eye. Let me move it back. There we go. We were like basically sat on top of you then, bro. There we go.
How are you today, mate?
How are we doing?
I'm all good. I didn't know JT were auditioning for nativity players. Jesus.
Thank you very much. I can never
Do you
compare
reckon
myself to the Hogan man.
do you reckon he get the part? Danny?
I don't know though, but he did say we were going to Wales, didn't he? And he looked a bit like a shepherd, so
There you go. There you go, mate. Hey, that's not a diss, man. The shepherd, of course.
Well, I think it is a diss
It
if you
is-
sort of like get it.
No, because
Yeah.
the shepherd would be referring to. He could be referring to the holy man himself. But I could never compare myself. To Jesus as a God-fearing man. But thank you very much.
I think it's gone over his head, Danny. I think
yeah, it's gone
his
over.
head.
I hope you're taking your wellies with you, JT.
I don't have any, mate. I don't have any, unfortunately. I'm a soft.
Don't lie, man. You've got
I'm
some
a
of them
soft southerner, mate.
You've got some of them expensive Hunter wellies, man. I used to have a pair of them. When I used to go festival and that, like that, checking in my Hunter wellies, break my bank balance for some fucking wellies.
No, I've never actually been to a festival, ironically. But that's a conversation. Yeah. Well, no, I went to one. There was a guy with speedos on the main stage, so I'd never been since. And there's a guy who has speedos and goggles on the main stage. I was like, you know what? That's the end of my festival. But a really terrible one in Cornwall. But speaking of terrible things, there's been a terrible reception recently to Leeds' performance. What have you made of it? Do you think it's as bad as people are saying, or do you think people are overreacting a little bit?
I don't care if we win ugly or win playing football. A result's a result. If we win, we win. We don't, we don't.
Mm-hmm. So you're completely content with the way things have been?
Yeah.
You don't think there's any things that you would want to change potentially?
Look, we were playing like this when George Graham was in charge. So what's it make a difference?
True that.
I mean, I can't really quite. I wasn't alive when George Graham
you would.
What do you mean? Yeah, I would have been.
Yeah, 90s.
2000.
When were you alive in the 90s, mate? I was born in 2000.
What?
Yeah, 2000 he left and went to Spurs, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. You were born in 2000? I forget, man. It's 2024.
I just said I'm turning 24, mate.
You were born in 2000.
In 2000, mate. The new millennium, mate.
Jesus Christ, I was 19.
Millennium known to mankind.
You were 19. How old was I? Like, fucking hell. I was born in 88. So what does that mean?
7 years younger than me.
Okay, so I'd have been what?
35. So you're 35 now, aren't you? So
36.
36. Well, so you'll have been.
This is how bad's this? 3 of us are like that.
You'll have been 12, Joe.
Oh, there you go.
If I'd have been 19, you're 7 years younger than me. So.
Ironically,
you were the Millennium Bug. That's what it was. It was JT.
The second I came around, they decided to piss our money up a toilet wall and get us into administration. That's what it was, because they wanted me to watch dross football, like Dennis Wise in charge of things. So Dennis Wise-dration, as we used to coin it. So ironically, Farke is one of the better managers I've ever seen in my lifetime. Probably second or third best. Which is
you should not complain. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT for you.
He's not the GOAT. Bielsa's the GOAT for me. What are you talking about?
Danny, how are you thinking then? So do you make any changes, Danny?
No, I don't make any changes.
I don't think he will either, you know.
No, of course.
I think you'll look at that Cardiff performance and go, this was top tier, control, dominant. I don't need to change a thing.
How often has he changed the winning side? He hasn't.
No, he doesn't, does he? No, he doesn't.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But is it fully broken? Is it fully fixed? Are there alarm bells coming? I would say there are a few alarm bells in terms of our creative issues. Do you think there's a chance we can get unstuck if we don't address our issues in front of goal eventually? And if so, would you potentially toy with the idea of putting Bamford in the side?
I'd probably give Joseph probably another 5 games, and then probably swap it over. I'd probably give Bamford a go, but I'd probably put Perot in first.
Okay.
I think Perot would be the next.
What if he gets, like, let's say if Joseph doesn't get more than 2 or 3 goals in the next 5 games? You're saying something like that?
Yeah.
3 goals would be a good level. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would. So come on then, Giz, Give me your score prediction for the weekend, Danny, and scorers.
1-1. And Crichton scoring.
Stroke.
From a penalty. And Coventry and Coventry take the lead.
Okay, there we go. You heard it here first. Coventry first half, Leeds second half. I think that's what you're telling me, is it?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Danny, legend as always for coming on, my man. Cheers,
See you in a bit.
Thank you.
A bit, my
there
man.
we go. There's Danny, legend. Next up, we've got Mr. J Racer. J Racer, welcome, my man. Let's move us in a little bit closer.
Evening, guys.
There we put you there.
How
How
are
you
you,
doing,
my
brother?
man?
You okay?
Yeah, all right, thanks with yourself, and happy early birthday, JT. I'm liking the iron
thank you so
sheet
much.
look you got on the go there.
I've just been
Not quite
watching.
as big as the Iron Sheik. But,
I've just been watching the Vince McMahon thing on Netflix. Actually,
I was out already.
Yeah, it came out today, and the Iron Sheik's heavily featured in the first episode because it's about him when he first took over the WWE from his dad. So yeah, if you haven't started watching it, folks, go watch it. I've watched episode 1.
It was
It's
an
cool.
interesting. It was an interesting angle they took with the Iron Sheik there, with everything that went on there.
Yeah.
But a lot of
that's
interesting
some
angles to
point.
come at with Leeds as well. What would your angle be? How have you made this past week of everything going on around Leeds?
Well, we're getting the results done. That's the most important thing. I think in performances will improve as well with time going on. Now that we've had more time since the international break to work on stuff, I wouldn't change a winning. Don't change a winning team. This will also help Ramazani as well. I think the only thing that's really holding us back at the moment is just putting the chances away. If we can start putting our chances away, like Farke said, if we could be clinical like Peru has been, we can start being start putting teams away more comfortably. It's going to be a tough game at the weekend, don't get me wrong, but it's a perfect opportunity to right a wrong from last season because we didn't take any point. We only got that draw at Allen Road against Coventry. So yeah, just be disciplined, be patient. More importantly, put our chances away.
Do you make any changes, J Racer?
So I wouldn't make any changes. I think give Ramazani some more chance to get up to speed as well. I mean, he was very effective. Could have had a second goal. Mind you, I said there were quite a few people who could have had plenty of other goals as well. So yeah, definitely definitely not. Don't change anything that isn't broken. He also gives Solomon a chance to get back up to full fitness as well. Even though thankfully the injury wasn't his leg but his back.
Yeah,
I'm
hoping I hope when we hear from Farke tomorrow about lunchtime, I think it is. I'm hoping everybody's fit. It'd be nice if we can have a full bill of health for once, and that includes like Voba and just everybody, you know. So we've got many options. It'd be just nice to have that, wouldn't it? So do you where do you land on the critiques of Farke then, J Racer? Do you think they've been fair this past week or so?
I'd probably say a little bit unfair, given we didn't win the game. I think it was just individual mistakes. Seeing quite a lot of slowdown. Like that period when Ampadu just slowed things down a little bit too much. Sometimes when there was plenty of options for him to move the ball on. But having said that, though, we were well on top at that point, so you kind of understand why we don't need to be going all guns and roses. And also, I think in this past week, someone brought up a stat that caught my ear that in Farke's promotion season with Norwich, he scored a lot of goals, but his defence was nowhere near as good as it has been since he's been with Leeds. So maybe he's now thinking, build that strong defence again. Don't concede any goals, and this gives us even better chance of going up. So I kind of understand we're probably going a bit more defensive. So yeah, that second half was dreary on Sunday, but of course, not every game, especially in the Championship, is going to be thrilling end-to-end stuff like it was under Bielsa. Because I remember there were a couple of games in the Bielsa era that were like we had to be patient and grind out results, like the away win at Reading when we were chucking it down. And then also the whole game, the whole game at Ellen Road where we scored we were countered from a Kiko, ironically, a good Kiko save, and then went up the other end and Alioski scored.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I guess people forget them times, don't they? It's mad. That's why I wanted to, and of course everyone's trope is, but he had a worse team and that. But yeah, it is man. Give us your score prediction for the weekend, then, J Racer, my man.
Go on, something big. We've had a couple of draws recently. Give me some confidence.
Sounds like zero confidence.
More static than our midfield play.
I'm going for the 2-0 again.
I think
2-0?
he said 22-0.
Oh, I did not say 22-0. He said 2-0.
22-0.
22-0. Go on, Jerry.
Let's make it official. 22-0.
You'll get decent odds. You'll get decent odds on that, mate.
I'm going for 2-0 again.
There we go.
Yeah,
22-0
I'm going for
2-0.
Ramazani again and Peru off the bench.
Ooh, good man.
Let's be the 2-0 champion. We get the 90-point trophy. Let's have the 2-0 trophy.
The 2-0, the XG, and the 90-point trophy. The treble. We're doing the treble, basically. We're doing the treble. Legend as always, J Racer. Thank you very much, mate. Enjoy the game, yeah?
Cheers, guys. Enjoy your birthday, JT.
Thank you.
I love that.
Absolute legend, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Right, we've got the Coffee King up next. Provided me with some coffee today, he did. I'm assuming it's him, actually, because Gabe was sending me some as well. So maybe it could be either. Let's find out. Yes, Scott, how are you doing, my man?
Oh, yeah.
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
And you, JT. Has anyone noticed JT's been just sneaking broccoli in his mouth?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've had a few bits of broccoli. Why not, mate?
I didn't know it was broccoli. I just seen him eating some.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I'm a bit peckish. I haven't eaten anything today. I didn't have time. The show got moved forward half an hour. That was my so I just have my pot of food here, just waiting to be eaten.
Oh,
Scott, I'm assuming it is coffee from yourself.
I got a notification saying it was for you. Yeah.
Legend. What a guy. I'll have to do an unboxing, won't I? Should have should have got it and
do it on the watch along on the weekend.
I will do. I will do.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we will be there. Scott, how are you feeling about the weekend, my man?
Good. I still have no idea what's going on with the fan base. We've lost one game. I don't understand how it's even a conversation. I'm just getting bored of listening to the same rhetoric from everyone of why everyone is even trying to defend it. We wouldn't have this conversation any other time. I understand that the problem is we're playing better than the result. I mean, not even the results, but the performance, I guess, for you, JT. We should be winning more than 1-2-0. But I don't understand how we're even having a conversation about Farke.
I love this.
There's no chance that the 49ers are looking at this and going,
no.
Maybe he should be out. He's lost a game.
Yeah, agreed.
We've got one of the best XGs for. We've got the lowest XG against. I don't really know what more we can ask for.
Yeah.
And we haven't got these flair players that are going to be showing us excitement anymore. I think we've just got to kind of get used to that. We've not got Rutter. We've not got Somerville. You know, Joseph's not the most entertaining of players. And we've yet to see Solomon's played, one and a half games.
Yeah.
Ramazani doing backflips is probably going to give us a bit of entertainment. So hopefully we can see more of that. But I think we just got to get used to not having... We've got to get used to not seeing Rutter do Rutter stuff.
Yeah. I think you've hit so many nails on the head, mate. For me, anyway, where I'm at, because I think if we actually look, and I'm not going to say it's like I'm being sort of hypocritical, but Saturday was second half was a tough watch, but I also 100%. But I also subscribe to your thinking that had we have scored the chances, then it's not a tough watch because you score a goal, we celebrate. There's then a break in play, we restart again. We have another 15 minutes, we score again, and then it's like, oh, it's fours, which it easily could have been. Ramazani could have had a second. Aronson, Strout scores his pen. All that happens, we win 4-0, and no one's complaining. I just think because the first goal was scored here, and the next goal wasn't scored to the 87th. And I think the nervousness in Leeds fans, and any fan actually, you're winning 1-0, 10 men. Oh my God, this is going to go one way. Oh, and I get that. But actually,
I mean, the if of saying, oh, if we'd have done this, if we'd have done this, if we'd have done this, of course. We didn't.
Of course.
So it doesn't matter saying if. We still won 2-0.
Yeah.
Even without the ifs, we won 2-0. If you don't see those chances and we win 2-0, I don't think there's a question. The problem is we're seeing the ifs and they're not going in.
Yeah.
But
if we're not creating anything, then you can say we haven't created.
It's still 2-0. We still win the game.
I don't think
Coventry's going to be a tough one. I think. But I mean, we're 5 games in, 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
I mean, it's still far too early in the season. I don't even know where we are in the league. I've not looked. I don't know what the point is. 6 games in. There's no point even looking yet. How many games did Preston win last season?
They were like 6 or something. They were at top. Yeah, it was like that. Yeah.
What are we looking at in Alpha?
Yeah,
and like you said, I mean, Farke has already got his best start to the season. And we already know, history has already told us, he goes, like, this is where he starts coming into his own. And we've not got an Ipswich, we've not got a Leicester. We've got a Burnley, we've got a Sheffield United. Have we scored the same as Sheffield United so far, I think?
Yeah, they're all thereabouts. Yeah, it will be, yeah.
But you touched on the fact that we don't have flair players like we did last year, obviously most notably Somerville and Rutter. Is that not alarming? Because I haven't necessarily seen too much difference in our style of play at this point this season compared to last year.
I think there's a difference,
and there were a lot of games last year in
actually
which those
put
two
them away.
single-handedly bailed us out. Would that not be a fair statement to make?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't.
So is that not a
but we needed
potential
to be bailed
issue?
out. I don't know if we need to be bailed out anymore.
So you think that we've improved our overall style of play this year compared to last year?
Yeah. I mean, you can see it. I think he's more pragmatic. I think he's more... And I think he's thinking more defensively. He doesn't have to rely on 2 people to just pull it out of the bag when he needs to. And we're all just used to it. You know, we've had it for the last few seasons. Once we've lost them, then I guess we just need to get used to having a bit more of a squad actually doing stuff.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
We've barely seen Tanaka. We've barely seen Solomon. Ramazani's played 1 game.
And we need to give these players time because
throw James on at half time in that last game. Fucking hell. Well, imagine James coming on in 45th. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be 45th knowing Farke. James coming on in the 97th minute. Even then, it's not. It's a different game. I think we're all forgetting that James is even a player.
Let's let's get your score prediction, Scott, for this weekend.
Going against everything I've just said, I think it's probably going to be 1-0. But I think it'll be the same. It'll be a 1-0 victory. We'll be completely on top of it. Someone probably won't put away about 4 chances, and we'll have the same conversation next week. We're going,
all week.
We should be fucking putting them away. We still won 1-0, and they won't. They'll have about 3 touches in our box.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Scott, legend, thanks for coming on and thanks for the coffee, mate. I'll let you know how I get on with it, brother.
Have a birthday, JT.
Thank you so much, man. Have a good one, bro.
There we go. Big up to Scott, what legend, sending me that coffee as well. Next up, we've got Matty. Matty. Yes, lad. Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah, mate. Just want to say happy birthday to you, JT and Joe. Our last passed the driving test at 36, a bit older than most. This is a while ago, but she's got a car recently, a bit like you, and she's on roads now. And I take it for granted because I've been driving since I was 18, but I know it's a big deal. So I'm happy you can get about a bit more now. I mean,
legend, mate. Thank you. You went to the
game.
Passed? Me? No, I passed in May, but I just got my car yesterday.
Oh shoot! Oh, congratulations to both the people. Wow. Did you say your last visit? Sorry, who just passed as well?
I last passed a few months back, but she just got a car recently as well, a bit like Joe. So
congratulations to both of you. I didn't realise. Congratulations,
mate. I was out in it last night. I could have just drove round on my own for ages.
Good lad. Good lad.
I know. Mate, you went to the game on the weekend. How? No, you didn't, did you? Did you go to
Cardiff? Go to all home games. Not
home games. Sorry, yeah, I thought it was at home. It was the last one. Sorry, I do apologise. How was it for you? The game. Give me your opinion on the game on Saturday.
It's one of them. Like I think Farke's getting a lot of stick for playing, slow football, slow build up, not attractive football, boring football. I don't agree with that. I mean, yeah, it's a slow build up at times, but I mean, nearly every team we play are sitting in a low block. Portsmouth came and played first day at Ellen Road. That was a bit of a different game as the scoreline proved. But I think when teams are sitting in, you've got to pass it round back. You've got to try and entice them out a little bit. You can't just bomb forward all the time. There's no space. Yeah, it can be quicker at times, but sometimes we've got to look at the players as well. I do think Farke's playing a brand of football that's letting the front men play with freedom. But yeah, there is always going to be that build up that sometimes will be a bit slower than what fans want, because with Leeds United we've got all these players, best wage bill, all this stuff. And I understand that, but it's not Football Manager. There's a bit more to it sometimes, and I think 2-0 away at Cardiff any other season we'd be buzzing with that. How many times have we gone to Cardiff and got beat? I don't see this rhetoric that we're not playing well and we're playing boring football. I mean, if I were a Cardiff fan, I'd be agreeing with you. That were atrocious. But I'm watching my team dominate possession, and when you're creating, you can't create 10 or 12 big chances every game, but you can create maybe in between 2 and 5, and we're hitting that. We're just not putting ball back in there, and that'll come, Joe. That'll come, JT. You know what I mean? That will come. So yeah,
agreed. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, what do you make? Because I saw some takes genuinely that were like, I'd rather us lose, 4-3 than go and win like that, and it's just crazy, that talk for me.
Yeah, it's madness, mate. I know football's entertainment and that, but I don't. It's not like we're sitting deep and we're nicking goal. No. Games 1-0. We are playing football. We're dominating ball. 79% possession. We're not playing bad football.
But we've had in the championship.
Yeah, but it's about where the possession is, and in my opinion. And listen, everyone, even who's coming in here, who's saying, listen, don't worry, it's just about eking out results, or predicting either 1-1 draws or a 1-0 win. And if you're predicting us to, I'm not saying you are specifically, but that's the rhetoric that people are following.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, maybe you're not playing the cagiest football and eking out a 1-0, but if the score is still 1-0, anything can happen, and we've seen ourselves be susceptible to counterattacks and getting hit on the break many times, and games going against us. So is that not something that needs to be addressed?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Obviously, whenever it stays 1-0, JT, it's a worry, and I was worried watching it. But one of them with set pieces, you never know. It only takes a set piece to go in and we're under cosh again. But I do think it's not always the manager. I think when the ball is dropping in box and we're having a missing penalty, like Joe said earlier, we score that, and then 10-15 minutes got another big chance, we put that away. All of a sudden, it can be that game. It scores that penalty, it's 3-0. Are we still having this discussion at 3-0? It's crazy. It's crazy. Talk to me. And I understand, 1-0 for the majority of the game, and it is a worry. But we are still only 6 games in. It's his best ever start. I think we're starting to build a bit of real momentum now, and I'm really positive about it. So I agree with your point, Jesse. I do.
Do you think a 1-0 win against Coventry is enough for some fans? Because I think they'll still be unhappy, me, and I'm like,
Joe, I think
Coventry.
I think a 3-0 win won't be enough for some people, but I think if we win 1-0 at home, I'll be buzzing. I mean, you look at last season, you go, we went away to Birmingham early on. That's similar to Sheffield Wednesday. We won that game this season away against someone who's going to struggle. We didn't think at the time Sheffield Wednesday will, but they probably are going to struggle. We got beat by Burnley at home, similar time in season. We got pumped away at Southampton against one of the big boys at division. So that similarities there. So if we go beat Coventry 1-0, I'd be buzzing, considering we only got 1 point out of 2 games last season. I'd be buzzing.
Yeah,
I'll be
same.
buzzing.
I think that's bang on. What do you reckon the score prediction's going to be then, brother?
Same as I said last week. I always say 3-0. And I think I'm hoping Joseph gets one this week. I tipped him to get a couple last week. It didn't happen, but I've got a feeling Pirro's going to come off at bench and score again. So I need Joseph to get one because that heat's just going to turn up even more if that happens.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be like at the minute we're happy, but then there's going to be a conversation when Joel Pirro's not happy because he's going, look, Gaffer, I'm scoring goals. He's not. Why aren't I starting? Do you know what I mean?
I don't see him spitting the dummy out. I think if he's on bench for the next 10 games, he ain't going to, put his feet up and say, I'm not playing. It's going to make him hungrier. And we've seen what he's like when he starts games. He drifts in and out of games. It can be non-existent sometimes. But yeah, he'll put that chance away. But I also believe Joseph will put that chance away. It's, I do believe it's coming, so I'll back him to ill. But I do understand the heat's going to turn up even more on him if Pirro keeps coming off bench. But what we always say, we have no one on bench to come off and change games. So why are we moaning that we've got someone on bench who can do that now? We need people like that.
Yeah, it's true.
So let him sulk if he wants to talk. I'm sure he'll come on and he'll do his bit. And yeah, hopefully he'll do stuff on weekend. Hopefully they'll both score.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks. Go on.
No, I just wanted to say you go to a lot of the games. Just real quickly, because I'm conscious of time. What's the sentiment like from the match going public? Are they similar to us, or are they a little bit more upbeat?
It's really mixed. Like I said last week, it's really mixed. I mean, it really is a 50-50 split. I think online sometimes, maybe not with Farke. I mean, I think with Farke, a lot of people online, like when Joe's done these polls and stuff, a lot of them are saying when it comes down to crunch that they do want him in. But honestly, it's 50-50. Moans and groans at stadium. Some people I talk to are as happy as me, and some are really negative. It really is a 50-50 split, JT. And people I talk to when I go to games, mate, it really is.
Oh, that's fair. Legend, Matty. Thanks, mate.
Can I just say, John, right quick, after last week, I really enjoyed it. And I started my own channel. I haven't put any videos out yet, but I just wanted to say I started my own channel, which is a big deal. So yeah,
good man. Right,
imagine not being Leeds.
Oh, is that you?
Man.
That's me, mate. Yeah, this is. Yeah,
love that. Right, okay.
Imagine not being Leeds. So yeah,
good. This is. Do you know what? Like, one of the things. Tottenham, we are Tottenham TV do these, and Matt Hayes went on there, and a lot of people created channels on the back of going on there. So 100%, mate, love that. And like I've chatted to you before, man. We'll get you on, man, so to help promote that shit and stuff. So just drop me a message,
lads.
bro, and so again, run it by me again. I've seen it earlier in the chat.
Imagine not being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds. Right, folks, go on over. Make sure you go subscribe to that channel.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, lads.
Quality stuff. Great talker as well, mate. So everyone go check it out.
Thank you. There we go. What a legend. Make sure you go check it out, folks. Right.
I actually grew up with the guy's cousin who runs We Are Tottenham TV, ironically. I saw him. Yeah. He's one of my close mates. He lives down the road from me. Oh, yeah. I saw him at his brother's bar mitzvah, actually.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in a one this time. Lord Shiogorath is up next. So here we go. Hello, my man. How are you? Oh, what we? Ah! He's got the t-shirt.
The legendary shirt, mate. The legendary hoodie.
How was it? How was the fit? Is it bad?
It's perfect, mate. Fits perfect.
Oh,
I'd really bit to get into it, but yeah.
I love that, bro. What a legend. How are you doing, my man? How are you feeling this week?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, I've been good all week. Yeah, I was
good.
I've just been thinking how a lot of our fan base want Farke. They should be turned into Chileno.
Yeah.
we won, but didn't play well. Sack him. That sort of baffles me totally, mate.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Yeah.
Do we think JT's one of them?
I'm not sure what JT is, to be honest with you, mate. I scratch my head all the time I see him,
my parents say the same thing, my man. No, listen, man. It's all nuance, mate. It's all nuance. People can give their opinion without being
of course,
one side or the other. But unfortunately, with the internet, people don't take nuance. Everything is either it's a game of extremities. Unfortunately,
black or white, innit? There's no in between. Everything's black or white. Yeah. I hear you, man. It's tough. How are you feeling ahead of the weekend then,
I'm still feeling pretty good about the game, to be honest with you. I mean, Coventry have been a bit dodgy this year. I think
Yeah, they
we've
haven't
got good,
started well.
I think we've got a good 2 or 3 goals against them, I think, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully Juice will find a bit of form and net one at least. But...
Yeah. He's got a few goal involvements, but I think we all thought he'd be scoring the goals, right?
Yeah, you sort of hope, but as you say, he's had the goal involvement, he's had a few assists, so he's doing his job up there. He's just not putting the ball in the net.
I know.
That's either his confidence or maybe Farke's attacking coaches. You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
There
was that one where he cut in and wrapped his foot round it, but it was a good save. I mean, I tipped him for top scorer in league, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, probably not.
No, I don't think he will be. But he's been good. It makes you, if anything, what that does do for me, and I don't know if you agree, is sort of like makes me realise that Farke knows what he's doing, because last season when everyone wanted him in and he didn't play him and he kept faith with Bamford, we've only had 1 goal in the league. So would he have been the saviour that everybody felt he would have last season? Do you know what I mean? It's
probably not, but I would have liked to see him get a few more minutes. But no, I don't think it'd have been a big difference altogether, to be honest with you. To get the experience, it'd been great.
No, but there was a point where Bamford was injured, though, and at that point, we still weren't playing Joseph.
Injured, mate, I tell you what, if Bamford's the answer, that's a bloody stupid question, I tell you.
Really. Do you think we see him start any games this season?
I'd be very surprised, man. I'd be at least 2 people in front of him injured straight away. Pirro and Joseph have got a broken necks or something. I'd get my boots out and have a chance first.
Yeah. That's brilliant, man. I mean, so what we saying then this weekend, score prediction wise? I'm
going for a 3-0 win. I think we can do it. If we can make them chances we create count. I mean, I said 4-0 last week. It should have been 4-0 at least.
Yeah, it should have.
So I take it as a moral victory for me, if nothing else. But I think we can still do Coventry, who aren't, as I said, aren't pulling up trees.
Yeah.
And the defence looks pretty sound.
Yeah, it does.
And no changes to the team.
Yeah. And what do you make to the style at the minute? Are you okay with it?
Well, if we've got the ball, they're not scoring a goal, mate.
Yeah.
Yes,
I genuinely would take 1-0 every week if it meant we won.
Time, but then he lost your rag a bit last week with Ampadu when he had chances to pass the ball.
Yeah, I did.
So he has been out of the 2 midfielders. He's been not on the ball this year for me. I don't think.
Yeah.
He's getting better. He's been improved every game, but he's still. I don't know if it's the weight of the badge and the armband on him, but maybe he's getting a bit more cautious with the armband.
Yeah, a little bit more like I've got. I'm leading the troops here. I've got to protect it. I've got. I know what you mean, because he does seem to be the one like calm down. I know Joe's been annoyed with him on a few occasions in that respect. Yeah. So same team, 3-0.
Yeah, I'd like to see get 2 or 3-0 in goals. So maybe last week against Cardiff, if we were 3-0 at half time, we'd have seen earlier subs.
Yeah,
I think that was 1-0.
Yeah.
Barks when he's not going to take any chances and try and change too much up as you really.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think he's very risk averse in
he is,
I think that's the
and that's the championship, unpredictable that bloody league is the worst time.
And he knows it better than anyone, right? He's been there all the time. Lord, as always, mate, thank you so much for coming on. And thank you very much for buying that really poor attempt at merch by me, so thank you so much for buying that. One day I'll get it right. One day I'll get it right. I need someone to just take it off my hands and say, look, let me do it for you. Because I'm rubbish at it. But thank you so much for supporting the channel as always, mate.
Our pleasure, mate. See you again. Happy birthday, JT. See you again soon.
Thank you so much, man.
See you soon. What a guy, man. Love that. So people actually did buy the merch. Wow. There you go. FIFA Cook, are you ready, my man? Yes, here we go. We've got a debut. How are you, my man? You good?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good.
Good
I just
stuff.
joined tonight, so I could say my piece.
Good stuff.
But I've watched you for quite a while, both of you. I think you're both great. So, and I like the fact that Joe, even though I don't I don't always agree with everything you say, but I still think I like the way you give everyone a chance, and I think it's a great channel. So,
thank you so much for that, mate.
I think I'm a bit more in agreement with JT on Farke, and I think I'm going to try and summarize it in a slightly different way than I've heard, because I hear a lot of people say they just don't understand how anyone can be upset, given the
Okay, yeah.
results, given where we are. I hear it all the time. And I look, I've been a fan for a very long time. I've seen every game this season, and I am worried. I'm very worried, and this is why I'm worried. I think we all agree we have to go up this season. I think we'll all agree with that, and we'll all agree. And I think we all agree that that despite the 90 points, Farke has some issues with subs.
Yes.
I think we've all seen that. We've seen, I think, with the exception of Sheffield Wednesday away, we haven't really had a great performance, a complete great performance.
Do you think Hull?
Potentially Hull as well. Hull was okay, but
Yeah.
but we're still missing a lot of chances.
Yeah,
But
of course, fair.
it's not just the missing of chances. If you've watched 90 minutes of every game, and I know you guys have,
Yeah.
it's those huge periods where there's zero urgency, and it's left, right, back, left, right, back. There's not a lot of. I can see why they're doing it sometimes because there's not a lot of movement up front. Sometimes, so and he's definitely risk averse.
Yeah.
But if you look at the Cardiff game, that could have we only scored our second goal at 87 minutes, right? So
Yeah.
despite how rubbish they were and how all over them we were, we could have so easily dropped some more points. Now we've already dropped quite a few points. So my concern is, we can't afford to drop too many points. So I'm still not seeing him learn anything about subs, the way he brings on subs. You can argue about the double pivot, but when Cardiff had the man sent off, that was an ideal time to maybe, put Tanaka on for Gruev, because they were showing no danger, but he still didn't do it then, So it's just I'm not Farker out necessarily.
No.
I'm just concerned that we can't afford to lose too many points. And if you watch the games where we've lost points, it's been always the same. The missing of chances, no urgency, for big parts of the game. And that is the concern. I'm not Farker out yet, but you probably don't see it if people just watch the highlights, but there's huge chunks of game, like the Burnley game when we're losing, when there's no urgency. Like we're losing the game. Stop, it's frustrating. I'm not Farker out yet. I mean, you've got to say, well, if it's Farker out, who's in? And that's very difficult.
But that's not your job. That's not your job, though. I always say that. Like, that's not on you.
That's true, but there's got to be someone better. I mean, the other thing is, I have always thought, and I'm not comparing him to Bielsa, but a manager should make a team greater than the sum of the parts.
Okay.
That's a manager's job. We most of us, I'll say all, but most of us believe that on paper we should be walking the league, or we should win. We should at least finish in the top two easily on paper, or we should have beaten all the teams we've played. And I don't know if Farke does make us greater than the sum of the parts. I just don't know if he does. I think we should already be in the top two if he was doing that. Because on paper, I think, yes, are we as strong as last season? I can see certain parts of our squad that are stronger and deeper, and certain parts that aren't. I still think we're good enough to go up in top two with this team, but it worries me the lack of urgency at times. It worries me the subs. It worries me the amount of points we've already lost.
So do you not think you're utilising the depth correctly?
Yeah, and you're not seeing. You see, another reason why you might want to score a few more goals against Cardiff is then you can start bringing other players in and trying them out a bit longer. But we're always, there's one goal in it. We're all right at the edge of our seats. Not a great time to bring new people on. But you're right that our new players are not getting a lot of time. They're getting 10 minutes here and there. They'll never be properly match fit. If we actually took more games by the scruff of the neck, and I think most teams we should be able to beat easily in this league. We don't need a double pivot against most teams. We should be 3-0 up at half time against some of these teams. So we can bring maybe a Tanaka on at half-time or try a few different things. So it's just, that's what concerns me. It's, and at, you know, at what point have we lost too many points? You know, this season, I can't remember another season where I've been so worried if we don't go up.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of watching Leeds. I just can't remember a more important season.
Do you think, and you've articulated your point so well, so thank you for coming on. Do you think, though, that nervousness, which I agree with, I also feel, do you not think that's aiding your criticism of what you're seeing?
Perhaps, but I've been so bored when we're 1-0 down or 1-up, when the players seem to have this lack of urgency. And you know, Byram passing back in those last few minutes against Burnley is something that sticks out. It was just,
I was raging at that.
I just didn't understand. It's like, we need a goal, for God's sake, you know. So I just think, even if you think we should, yes, Farke's risk averse, I don't think he'll change. But there are games where we shouldn't be playing 2 CDMs, or at least give it a chance. But like I said, the fact that he didn't against Cardiff, for me means when they were a man down, for me means he probably, I don't know when he's going to try it, unless maybe Tanaka's not fit enough yet. I mean, we don't know that.
Well, he did wait till January for Gruev last season, didn't he? So it could be something like that.
I don't know. I just want to say a quick thing about Bamford as well, just very quickly. Bamford, for me, he's a proven bottler, and you can see that because of 2 things. Number 1, his best ever season by far was when there was no crowds. Number 2, he's a striker. Look at his penalty percent. Look at his penalty rate. So those 2 things alone tell me he's never going to be the answer, and his fitness is not helping. But I don't think he'll ever be the answer. I wish we could find. I don't blame Bamford, but I wish we could find a way for him not to be around, because, you know, look at the amazing goal he scored. Was it last season when he didn't have to think? But too often, unfortunately, he has to think. That's the problem. But I think it's the proof of the pudding is, when did he have his best season? It was when there were no crowds. Look at his penalty record. It's not great. He's not a great player, unfortunately. I hope Joseph starts scoring. I know Pirro's probably the best finisher, but Farke doesn't seem to be able to figure out a way of getting the best out of Pirro for 90 minutes in our system. I'm not sure. I don't know, and I'm not sure. It looks like he doesn't know. But
no, definitely not.
Mate, you've made so many good points. I'd love to stay in chat, but we've got a few more. Wait, give me a score prediction for Coventry.
I hope we just win 3-0 and have a very positive game. And
You
I don't
hope,
be...
but what do you think?
3-0.
Come on.
3-0.
Come on, who's scoring? Just give us a name. Who am I putting on my bet builder?
I hope Solomon's back. I mean, he's quality. If he's back, we'll hear him tomorrow in the press conference. I think Solomon will score, and Nonso will score too. But I just hope we have a bit of urgency, and I don't want to be complaining about these things, but we have to go up. We have to go up. We can't drop too many points. That's the point.
Definitely not. Hopefully, we'll see you again. Yeah, come back.
No worries. And happy birthday, JT, and great
so
channel,
much,
Joe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers now. Great debut there. FIFA Cook, I should have asked him his proper name. We'll get it next time. But yeah, really articulated so many good points there. Don't agree with a lot of it, but hey ho, that's football. He said he didn't agree with me when he first came on as well, didn't he? But it's good to be able to have different opinions. Jason, are you ready, my man? He said he certainly is, I think. I think that's what he said. How you doing, mate? You good? Oh, we can't hear you, mate. You're muted.
Oh, no.
Can you mute?
A little bit of technical difficulties, shall we say?
Can't unmute.
And my hair is not it's still not dry, Marco.
Evening, guys.
There we go.
Are we on? Yes, we are.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you all right?
Yes, good. How we doing?
Yeah,
Very
we're
good,
doing
very
well.
good.
We're
All the
doing
better for hearing your voice. What are your let's start off with a bang. What are your thoughts on everything surrounding Leeds right now?
Well, the
Is that phrase? Are you there?
He's a little bit
Yeah,
confused, kind of
yeah,
like Fox
yeah,
tactics
yeah.
these days.
Yeah, sorry. The news around the
stadium.
Yeah, the stadium.
The expansion.
It's good news,
Yeah. Yes, really good news.
right? How many more people are going to be in the? Sorry, guys.
It's all right, mate. Take your
Oh,
time,
okay.
Jason.
Oh,
Take your time.
right.
All right, he's got okay.
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
No worries. Jason, if you're watching, brother, come back another time, brother. All right, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. I understand it can be difficult at times, mate. So I know you've been on before. We've had you on before. Come back again, brother. I hope everything's all right, my man. All right. DLR Welding and Fabrications, my man. You're up next. He's like. He stood with the gun ready to go. I think. You're working hard. Are you working hard?
Overtime.
Overtime, yeah.
Well, I've got to get the work in because I'm short staffed, so I'm doing it all myself now.
What, 11:15?
Go on, son.
I'll be here till about 3 in the morning, mate. Hardest working
Wow.
welder in the game.
What you making? What you
Yeah, what are you
making?
working on?
What you welding?
I'm fixing someone's pickup truck.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
cool,
nice.
cool. Do you know? I did. I went to a place called Key Training and did a bit of. Is it stick welding?
Stick welding,
Where it used to come out of the thing at the end, like you press that and it would shoot out.
MIG welding.
Oh, MIG. Oh, I did that then. Yeah. I was shit at it, mate. I was so bad at it, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust you welding my car, mate.
Yeah, good, man. I'm good. JT's birthday this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. I seen you got some new wheels.
Yeah, to be honest, I did all right, actually. I found it on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. Do you know how much? Try and guess how much my insurance is per month.
Fair whack for you.
Yeah, $1.5 grand a year.
£250 a month. It's insane, that, isn't it? It's expensive, man. I couldn't believe it, man. It nearly knocked me. I thought because I'm 36, I get it, but because I'm a first-time driver, mental, man. It's mental. But hey, ho, it is what it is.
It's the name of the game. That's why you need to get a black box, mate.
No, I don't want one of them, man. I like to put
you don't want one, but it lowers your insurance big time.
I know, but I like to put my foot down a bit. I like to at least get it up to 30. You know? DLR then, mate. How are you feeling about the weekend? What's your thoughts?
I was watching. Is it Matt SB?
Yes, yeah, the Coventry fan. Yeah.
They'd be happy with a draw.
Right.
So if they're saying that, I think we're comfortable for a win. If they take a draw now.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I've got hope. I don't think it's going to be a good game. I think they're going to sit back most of the match and defend like hell. So I reckon it's going to be a 1-0 or 2-1. Probably more 2-1. I reckon Mezze's going to let a goal in.
He's gonna let one in, yeah. You know what he's like. Would you make any changes or are you happy with what Farke's doing at the minute?
I want Dan James back.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'd like Dan James. He's a bad player. I'd rather Dan James than Aronson.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see,
then who would you put in the 10 in that situation?
Nonto.
Nonto in the middle. Fair enough.
I'd say Nonto. On the other side. Harrison's good, maybe off the bench, but I just think he's a bit too lackey-daisy. You know, he's fast and that, but he's just lacking something. Where we all know Dan James lacks, but you know what you're getting from him. He's fast.
Yes.
No one can keep up with him. I know Harrison's fast, but Dan James, he's just an animal. And if you want to get past the fence, he's your man. And if Ampadu can lob one over the top like he's done a few times, you know, Dan James is the man to get on the other end of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. What do you reckon? So what? No. I hear. I am. To be honest with Dan James, man, I don't know. I just think he lacks technically, but I think at this level, he's more than good enough. He's more than good enough, man.
But for now, right, we've lost Rudder.
Yeah.
We've lost Somerville. And we're still doing all right.
Yeah.
That Ramazani was good. He was good. And we know not all good. So I don't think you're losing much having Dan James on.
No. I think that's fair. And look, the defence is so good this season that we. I mean,
it's good, but it's not like it was last season, though. I don't think.
Do you not think?
Rawdon's. I tell you what, Rawdon's been like. He was my biggest one last season. You know, when you get a new starter at your company and he's on agency, he works his ass off. You should give him a contract. He don't do out. That's exactly what Rawdon's done. He's got his contract. I'm putting the boots under now.
And that's why you're having to do nights, because the temp said, fuck it.
Don't want to get too comfortable.
It's so true. Give us your score prediction then, buddy.
I'm going for 2-1.
2-1.
I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
2-1. I hope we do keep a clean sheet, but hey,
I
what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
I've not had much faith in him.
All right. Legend, my man. Well, we'll let you get back to your welding, and hopefully we've kept you a bit of company tonight while you've been working, bro.
Definitely have. Take care, you two.
CJT, man. Have a good job on the car, man.
There we go. What a legend, man. Working at this time, a manual labour as well. Bloody hell. It's a camp, man. Honestly, I'll tell you what happened with me, JT. I went to work on a building site once through this key training place, right? It was in South Fareham. And manual labour's never been my thing. So anyway, I gets to this building site. I've been there a couple of days, and then the guy who was, like a digger, he was digging out this trench. So he'd gone on his lunch. So they said to me, I'd done a bit of pointing and that, and then they said to me, right, you go dig that trench with a pickaxe. I'm going, I said, he's coming back off his lunch soon. I said, the amount I'll do in this next half hour, he'll do with one scoop. And they were like, so? I went, well, I'm not fucking doing it. And they went, go home if you want. I said, I fucking will.
You just stacked it up, mate.
Yeah, I never went back. I thought, I'm not doing. Why would I stand doing that? Right, killing myself for half hour for a guy to go. I went, nah, that's me done. That's me done.
I did used to do a bit of warehouse work. I've never done construction or anything like that. I used to do warehouse work a lot, and it is a fucking killer.
Yeah, I've never worked in a factory. I can't lie to you. I couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it. Nah. Anyway,
during COVID, mate.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, Rick's on next. Rick's is our last caller. I mean, he's probably done more jobs than me and you have had dinners, to be fair. So let's move it back. Rick, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing fine, Joe. Thanks.
Good. Did you hear us talking about our jobs then?
Yeah, I thought it was Paul Whitehouse.
Well, we've seen a lot of people in the chat asking, "Where's Rick? Where's Rick? Where's Rick?" Well, we had to save the king to the end, mate. You had to save the king.
JT. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you very much.
Sorry you've got nits.
Not quite, not quite. But we need the voice of reason to let us know, basically, to settle all of our thoughts. We've had some people that were more leaning on my side in terms of more critical of Farke, some people more leaning on Joe's side, which is that the performances don't really matter and it's about results. We need Rick to settle it down the middle now. Voice of reason. What's going on at Leeds? Is it good enough right now?
It's all about results. You get them saying, I'd rather lose 4-3 than win 1-0. Are they mad?
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
I can't
But are the performances not a concern for you? Do you think that over a course of the season, the performances might start to catch up to you if you're seeing repeated issues?
The performances for me, it drives me mad. All this playing out from the back. And then they're advancing up the field and they've got the momentum. And then somebody, whoever it is, puts the foot up ball and lets all defenders and their team get back and form up. What's the point of that? Let's carry it through. And you see, from Premier League down, it's always the same. They get that mad on possession football when one touch and advancing the ball quicker is easier than trying to play out from back and they do that 1 foot on the ball and they miss a man out when they could play it straight to him. Well, we'll play it back, we'll play it up. Play it first time. Carry on the momentum.
Yeah.
And where do you think that comes from? Is it a change in players, like personnel on the pitch? Do you drop one of the midfielders and bring in someone more attacking like Rothwell or Tanaka? Or
I'd put, my lineup. I put Tanaka in anyway because they get right up Patterson's ass and drive him on.
Yeah, no, it's fair. No, I think that's fair. Here's one for you, Rick.
Go on.
What about come on? Well, Pirro now, he keeps scoring off of the bench. Is he starting to change your opinion a little bit?
Nope.
How many goals will it take him to change your opinion, Rick?
I like Pro.
Yeah.
Not. But it'd still be a bench option for me until he gets his head out of his ass and starts playing in the proper position that they put him in. He never brings anybody with him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A 9 or a 10 will bring players with him. He never does that. He always appears at last minute. And then, yes, he gets the goal. But he's not an integral part of that attack, if you like.
No.
Yeah. No. And listen, some people are...
I'm watching tonight. I just wanted to bring this up. It's not to do with it whatsoever, but have Somerville and Rutter jumped a year too early? Because I think they have.
Potentially.
They look miles away from an integral part of their teams.
Yeah. Yeah. He played tonight, didn't he? Somerville played tonight in the Cup and West Ham got battered 5-1. I think Rutter plays little bits here and there. Potentially, mate. Potentially.
It's going to take you time to get into Premier League teams, though. It is going to take a little bit of time, obviously. So maybe too early to say, but...
One thing stuck out for me. Somerville would drop him back and he backheeled the ball up the touchline. And he knew maybe whoever, Nonto, somebody would be on it. And the West Ham players won it. And I thought, that's a Leeds move, is that? They just... I just think they jumped a year too early.
Well, listen, I'd love to have them here. You know, you can never really, whenever a Premier League club comes knocking, though, it's hard to turn that down because you never know if you're going to get injured or whatever. Anything can happen. But
it was just a point I thought I'd bring up.
No, it's interesting. It's definitely food for thought, and it's definitely something that I'm definitely going to be looking out for every time I see them play. Now is to answer that question.
Watch them, JT.
Yeah,
because I watched Somerville obviously because he's from Leeds. But I thought he's not got it.
But he had it for us in the Prem, which is the interesting part. But I definitely could see what you're saying, and
Yeah,
I'll
but
have to.
It was also a second string West Ham side until second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But what are your thoughts for tomorrow then? Are there any big changes you're making? If so, what scoreline would you be going for?
Well, for tomorrow.
I'm sorry, for Saturday. I'm just...
I'm just going to tell you what we're doing tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow, coincidentally?
I might kick a ball about a bit, and make a bit of snap here and there.
I love that. Come on then, Rick. I tell you what, while we're talking about jobs, what job did you do, Rick? I'm assuming you're retired now.
I was a welder.
Well, were you really a welder?
Another welder.
Yep.
2 in a row.
Right. We should get welder back. You could come and go work for him, so you ain't having to do it on his own tonight.
No chance, mate. Well, I went into inspection, welding inspection, and supervision as well. So it's a while since I welded, but you never lose it.
Nah, exactly. You're probably walking like, that's not good enough, mate. You'll have to redo that.
Sorry, mate.
Right, let's get a score prediction from you, Rick.
4-1.
4-1 Leeds, yeah?
Yeah. What do you think? 4-1 Coventry.
You don't think we'll keep a clean sheet?
No.
Yeah, fair enough. Who have you got scoring for Leeds?
Joseph 2.
Said that a couple of times
No.
recently, TK. Strouk.
Yep, and Ramazani.
To be fair, you almost got your Strouk goal last week, and then he went and messed up his penalty.
You know, you could run up pitch and whack him at back of head, couldn't you?
What? But no, definitely Ramazani. I'd definitely second that one. I think he's an absolute goal machine. But thank you for coming along. Hopefully we do see a score like that, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you next week a little bit more upbeat with a 4-1 result. You know, that would definitely get me a bit more on the side of upbeat positivity. But thank you for coming along as always. Always a great smile, and always the voice of reason to end things off with. So thank you so much, man.
Yes.
You take care, lads.
Rick, you're a legend, mate. Have a nice evening, buddy. What's left of it anyway? And again, man. Nice one. There we go, Rick, to finish up tonight's show. That's an hour and 53 minutes, man, we've just done there. It's a great show, as always. Really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, but I think it's time for bedtime, isn't it, JT? What we're looking at here, it's
well, I still need to pre-record a couple of videos for the next 2 days.
And you've got work and that as well, haven't you? Yeah. Definitely been spoiled. Yeah. Right. Well, I think at 11:30, I think we'll leave it there. JT, what have you got coming up? Do you want to tell people before we?
We've got Leeds United hot takes coming up tomorrow. We should have a preview dropping on the Friday as well, and then obviously Saturday, Sunday. I am not going to be on the channel, but we should be back Monday with some South Stand stories. And of course, check my Twitter, check my YouTube community tab, because after the game, we will be getting all of your hot takes in. Seen a couple of you getting your tweets in there. A little bit of stick for me as well in there, but hopefully we'll be seeing some more of you guys in the tweets, giving you hot takes for that. So make sure you're ready for that on Saturday. But otherwise, that's about it. What about yourself, Joe?
Tomorrow we will have press conference reaction, White Rose rivals, and then Friday will be preview day, and then Saturday is game day. Sean says there was, man, and it was good. It was good actually. There's some good points made, like from a lot of guests tonight, and it articulated really well. So thank you for everyone coming on. What I might have to do one time, JT, is get someone like Lord Shigorath and Sean Ely and just let them two go at it. One Farke outside and just let them go. We'll get Matty and we'll get FIFA Cook. Boom, and let them two go. We'll have to give that a bash one time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave it there. It's been a late one. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, folks. Bye-bye now.